What is up, guys, and welcome to ShotsFiredTV. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video, and in this video I decided to bring you guys something different than usual. So since this NBA offseason has been insane this year, I decided to make a video discussing moves that shocked the league. And I'm not only talking about this offseason specifically, I'm talking about moves since the NBA's existence. And I could have easily made a top 5 with this offseason alone, but I decided to look beyond this year and see if there were any other moves that shocked the league. I actually wanted to see if there was any other moves that even more crazier than this year and see where they would rank in the top 5. So with that being said, let's discuss the players I looked up. Number 5, Michael Jordan. So starting off my list, we're going to be looking at the GOAT himself, MJ. So back in 1993, after winning his 3rd title with the Chicago Bulls, he decided to call it quits and retire from the game of basketball and fulfill his father's dream of playing professional baseball, which he did with the Chicago White Sox. And with Jordan gone, the Bulls achieved a 55-27 record and lost to the New York Knicks in the second round of the playoffs. Then in the 93-94 season, they were a shell of the championship team they were just 2 years earlier. Struggling at midseason to ensure a spot in the playoffs, Chicago was 31-31 at one point in mid-March. The team received help, however, when Jordan decided to return to the NBA for the Bulls. Jordan decided to quit baseball due to an ongoing Major League Baseball strike. On March 18, 1995, Jordan announced his return to the NBA through a 2-word press conference release, which he said, "I'm back." This move signified Jordan's second coming to the league and 3 more championships to the city of Chicago, and well, the rest is history. With those last 3 championships Jordan won, he signified himself as the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. Number 4, Ray Allen. Next up, we have the 3-point specialist Ray Allen. So back in 2011, the Celtics were in a heated rivalry with the Miami Heat, because at the time both teams were the best the Eastern Conference can provide. So it was pretty much a slap in the face to Celtic fans and Celtic players in 2012 when Ray decided to jump ship and join the Heat, where he met the Celtics once again in the playoffs in the following season. And although Ray didn't have the same impact as Michael, his move to the Heat really was a shock considering that at the time he was considered as one of the big 3 in Boston. And not only that, but they were at war with the newly formed Heat squad, and to this day, things still look sketchy between Ray and his former Boston teammates, so this is why he ranks number 4 on my list. Because Ray jumping ship and joining the rival team, man, it's just unfair. And if you guys saw the TNT inside the NBA, his teammates still haven't forgiven him for what he's done, and they're still waiting for an apology from him. But anyway, it is what it is. Number 3, Kyrie Irving and Isaiah Thomas. I know that I said in the beginning of this video I wasn't going to talk about this offseason, but this trade deserves to be mentioned. Kyrie Irving's trade request midway through the offseason was not only a huge shock to me, but also for the whole league. It was something no one would ever predict to happen, considering that not too long ago, him and LeBron were completely dominating the Eastern Conference in the playoffs. Him joining the Celtics made it even more of a shock, considering that the Celtics traded their best player, Isaiah Thomas, a player that not only gave everything he had for the city of Boston, but finished top 5 in the MVP race. Isaiah showed true Boston strong throughout this season, with his versatile ability to dominate on offense and his commitment to winning a championship for Boston. So to see Boston trade him really made this trade even more of a shock, a trade that no one would have ever predicted to happen in this offseason, which is why it ranks number 3 in my list. Number 2, Kevin Durant. So I know many of you are going to say in the comment section below that KD should be number 1, and I don't disagree with that, but it took me a while to rank KD, and at the end of it I decided to place him in my number 2 spot, and I'll explain more once we get to number 1. So Kevin Durant's move to the Warriors was pretty much a huge slap in the face of the league. Kevin Durant's move pretty much made the Warriors even more unstoppable than the season before. But in my opinion, if I could restate the words made by ESPN journalist Stephen A. Smith, it's the weakest move a superstar has ever done. And that's pretty much what it was. You have a guy that joins the team that beat him in the Western Conference Finals and creates this frightening lineup in the Bay, and a team that will compete for a championship for the next couple of years thanks to the help of Kevin Durant. And with that being said, this ranks in my number 2 spot. I don't look at it as my number 1 because I feel like somebody made even more of a shock than KD. And number 1, LeBron James. So the reason why I put LeBron James number 1 and not Kevin Durant is because, first off, it's my opinion, and also I look at LeBron as pretty much to blame for the creation of super teams. He left Cleveland back in 2010 to join both D. Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami and create that frightening team in South Beach. And then he did it back again in 2014 when he rejoined the Cleveland Cavaliers with the addition of both Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. I look at LeBron as the reason why there are groups of teams in today's game that have 2 or more All-Stars on their team. You have the Pelicans with both Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. Then you have Houston who have Chris Paul and James Harden. Then the Celtics who have a big 3 of Al Horford, Kyrie Irving, and Gordon Hayward. And then you have the big 4 in Golden State. And I know many of you LeBron fans are going to say that, well, LeBron's not the reason for the super teams. But seriously though, look at the NBA before 2011 and tell me if you don't see any differences from the game back then to what it is today. Other than the Celtics and the Lakers, you are looking at teams built by trades, draft picks, and lucky free agent signings. Now you are looking at all-star players joining other all-star players and forming super teams to compete for a title. And as I said before, a lot of this is credited to LeBron, because before LeBron left to Miami and formed the Big Three, most of these all-star players prefer to be the main dude for their team and win a title with their role players. But hey, this is just my opinion, so this is why LeBron is ranked number 1 in my list. His move to both Miami and Cleveland really gave everyone a shock and created this new revolution of players forming super teams. And with that being said, this is why LeBron ranks number 1 in my list. But if you guys have thoughts or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Well guys, that is my list, the 5 most shocking moves in NBA history. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like down below. And also guys, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be bringing you guys even more videos in the near future. And well, what else can I say? This has been ShotsFiredTV, and I'm out. Peace.